Hello everyone. Let me start off by asking you all a question. How safe did you guys all feel walking to school this morning? Or even going to the movies over the weekend, or taking your evening stroll in the park? As Americans with rights, freedoms, and liberties, I feel we should all feel really safe out in the general public with our fellow Americans next to us. Yet, every so often, some crazy loony bin decides to snap one day and goes off on some shooting spree. I feel an effective way to prevent this from happening is to be putting the weapons and guns in the hands of law-abiding, sane citizens in this country. I'm here to persuade you that with more concealed and carry permit owners on the streets, this will create a safer environment in our country. I want to start off by also taking you back in history in the Old West, where cowboys and Indians roamed this country and weapons were everywhere and held on everyone's person. You can only imagine how unsafe it could be and how unsafe an environment it was. In 1813, Kentucky and Louisiana are the first states to prohibit conceal and carry laws. By 1850, the majority of southern regions adopted these laws, or adopted prohibition. Post-World War I, gun control efforts switched from state controls to federal controls. And in 1934, federal regulations, the federal government regulated possession of guns through the National Firearms Act. Post-World War II, may issue laws became dominant. There are two different types of laws that are very common, may issue and shall issue. Both very similar, yet are very important. May issue grants the consent at discretion of local authorities, or in other words, the police officers issuing permits do not have to give out the permits to the people. Shall issue laws are in which police have zero discretion issuing any concealed carry permits. The other two minor laws that are out there are right denied and no permit. Right denied no longer exists in the United States, and the right to carry and conceal a weapon is 100% illegal. No permit exists in only two states as of now, Alaska and Maine, and allows anyone, any citizen of those states to carry and conceal with no permit whatsoever. Come May 12th of 1987, the federal, or Florida, the state of Florida becomes a model state for many other states, passing a shall issue law. By May 7th of 2009, 29 states are undergoing or underwent shall issue laws, with 21 of those states previously prohibiting. At this time, 11 held may issue laws. Today, it is legal in all 50 states besides Washington, D.C., 39 with shall issue, 9 may issue, and 2 no issue. For the 48 states requiring permits, there are many regulations and rules to follow. Each state has their own rules and regulations, but all vary and all follow along the same guidelines, such as they must meet a minimum age requirement, no prior felony, no prior drug or no recent drug convictions, and no commitments to a mental institute. With most of these states requiring classes and training. All these classes are highly useful and very highly useful and right. USACarry.com shows that taking these classes and gaining the knowledge and proper and appropriate use will boost the confidence of the owner, creating a safer environment. PhD Jim Stevenson shows us that this study boosts the self-confidence, creating a safer environment because criminals look for a victim that has a low self-confidence with their head down, walking, not knowing, looking like they don't know what they're doing. Many pros and cons are amongst this subject. A few pros are large majority of conceal and carry owners are law-abiding citizens. Criminals less likely to attack unknowing of the conceal and carry owner. And criminals will carry and obtain illegally no matter the case. Some may argue that conceal and carry leads to more crimes and unattained injury, leads to lethal arguments, and that the Second Amendment does not state for conceal and carry. Studies actually show that since the legality of conceal and carry, crime rates are lower. From concealcarryprocon.org, a 2000 study by PhD John Lott shows a reduce in homicide by 8.5%, aggravated assaults by 7%, rapes 5%, and robberies by 3%. The same study shows that if conceal and carry laws were not passed in the year of 77, the states by 98 approximately had 15,000 or 1,500 murders, 4,200 rapes, 60,000 aggravated assaults, and 12,000 robberies. Also, a statistic from the National Crime Victimization Study shows that the general public is 5.7 times likelier for violent and 15.3 times likelier for non-violent offenses in comparison to a conceal and carry permit. As for the Second Amendment states in its entirety that a well-regulated militia being necessary for the security of the free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This must only be interpreted as the right to conceal in public, ready for use and self-defense at any moment. These regulations and rules that are made in order to keep the weapons out of the hands of the insane people who may create a lethal argument. The biggest issue that this may help and aid is aid in the prevention of public killing sprees, such as on April 20th of 1989, Columbine High School, or April 17th of 2007, Virginia Tech Massacre, and even more recently, the Aurora, Colorado Batman movie premiere shooting. It's very important that all of you guys support conceal and carry, for these situations can be prevented and minimized. The classes and tests are tough and not an easy A, designed to keep out of the hands of the insane people. Schizophrenics and psychopaths are not the people out there that are trying to get a conceal and carry license. They are going to illegally obtain no matter the case. So why not ensure your safety? I think a smart step to take would be to putting more people with a conceal and carry of authority into public schools. And as far as colleges and universities, I feel that conceal and carry should be allowed on school grounds and as far as for students and faculty. The best way to ensure your safety and the safety of those around you is to support conceal and carry laws and to become a permanent owner yourself. Thank you.